So this video is going to be of side pieces that I had left over. From AP Art and Drawing and Painting, I will explain the mediums and a brief explanation of what the piece is about, or why I had to do the piece. It could have been a class assignment, or part of my concentration, or breath pieces from AP Art. So I hope you enjoy this video. Give a like and subscribe. So the first piece is going to be of a breath piece I did for AP Art. It's done in pastel and color pencil and a little bit of pen. It says society's definition of beauty is distorted. And the reason why I did this piece is because I was thinking about how, society puts these images out there for both guys and girls, men, women, any age, any gender. And, they hold us up to what we have to be. And on the outside, it may look pretty, but on the inside, you just end up becoming this monster that's not you, and you lose yourself. And I don't know, I wanted to show that, and I think I showed it pretty well, even though at first glance you might think like, oh, what's this? But yeah, this is a charcoal piece done all in charcoal. Started with charcoal, no pre-sketching with pencil or any of that junk. It was an assignment in drawing and painting, and I like how it came out. I'm pretty proud of it. I did not realize how good it was coming out until it was done. I liked how I captured the shadow, and where the light was hitting. I just really love this piece, and there's really nothing more I can say about it. So let's move on to the next piece, which is of a girl I drew for, yet again, one of my breath pieces for AP Art. I wanted to do a pop of color rather than just doing a plain old graphite piece. I did the blue with pastel, and the rest is just done in graphite. I did not like how her side cut came out. I think it could have done better. I added shoulders. It was initially just a head and neck, but it needed more. I don't like how the lips came out. I think I kind of got the shadowing done wrong. At some point I didn't really fix it, so that's why it looks kind of skewed a bit. But overall, it's a pretty decent drawing. This one was one of my concentration pieces, and the background's done in watercolor. My mom really likes how I did this piece with the color, but a little sad note, at the bottom it's a family of 3, mother, father, son, and the disease that's in my concentration for the apocalyptic world that I drew is airborne. So no matter what you do, you're going to catch the disease. It also affects vegetation, so you either run out of food or you catch the disease and die. And slowly they're dying one by one. Father first, mother second, son third. And the little specks that you see are to represent the airborne disease, and that was done in charcoal, the trees and the family. It's pretty sad, but that's what I wanted to do. I liked how this piece came out, and I'm gonna frame it hopefully one day. So yeah, this piece is to show how the disease affects vegetation, and to show like we either starve to death or the disease kills us off first. But I liked how I was able to capture the feelings and emotion that you'll have when you know that no matter what you do, you're gonna die either from starvation or from the disease that you cannot escape from. I did the female in graphite along with the plant, and the background was done with a charcoal stick. It allowed me to get that texture feeling for my background, and I also incorporated that with the dress to give it some more texture rather than just being a plain flat matted drawing. This one was an assignment for drawing and painting, and again, all done in charcoal, no graphite, no nothing else. I think the one I like the most out of all these vegetables that I drew was the corn. I think I captured the highlights on that one really well. Okay, this piece was one of my breath pieces for AP Art. On the first day we got figure packets, and we got to just pass them down, pick one, and draw it. And I chose this old man, as I love drawing people. And I saw that his wrinkles reminded me of mountains, so I decided to add some mountains in there. And I had an image of a waterfall coming out. I used white charcoal and white pastel, blue pastels for the water, and then just graphite for the old man. And at first, I used color pencils for the water, and I drew them in the way that the waterfall was falling, but that's not how water works. When you actually look up images and you see waterfalls, they kind of like do the wave thing, kind of like when you just flick the water, it goes out from the point you flicked it in. Or when something drops, it goes out in a circle, so that's how the water flew. So I had to change that. Okay, this one was part of my concentration. I used my friend as reference for all of the people you see in my concentrations, except for that one with the vegetation. Okay, the specks in the background are to show how the disease is airborne, because you just see all these specks surrounding her. And that's to show just it flowing around in the air, getting into our systems and affecting us. And there was another half of this image, but I did not like that image. So I just cut it, threw that away, and saved the part that I liked the most. This one shows more of how it affects us physically. And I use nothing but graphite, and you can see how the eyes change, how your veins pop out more, how there's blemishes and open wounds. And that's how it affects us physically. And that's just to show the change that you go through when you do catch the disease. And again, with the specks in the background, just to show the disease flowing around. And, you know, she looks worried, and I like how you can see that emotion. I really do. I think I did well with that. And I don't know why I just did half the face, but I think I was getting lazy. Again, concentration. You see more of the frustration that goes along with getting the disease. You know, you can't do nothing about it, and you just become frustrated and desperate for something to help you, but there's nothing. So I think this shows the frustration very well. I was very happy, and all these last 3 pieces are done in graphite. So yeah, I didn't like the fingers. They were coming out a little too long right there, and I tried to cover it up, but really couldn't do much there. I tried adding more hair, but then it would just look weird if I added too much hair. Okay, this clock piece was a tattoo idea that I had. It didn't really turn out how I wanted my tattoo, so I just scrapped that idea. Okay, it's done in watercolor and pen for the word outlining and the outlining of the roses and clock. The broken side and the dead flowers represents our past that is set, and the nice unbroken clock and blooming flowers is our future, which we have the chance to change and make plans for a better, pretty much a better future and a better life, better decisions, just overall better. But I do plan to redraw or redesign this tattoo. Going back to that concentration of that apocalyptic world with that disease, this shows the breaking down of civilization. I did this in charcoal, and that hint of blue that you see in the left is done in pastel. It's very small. I kind of did the halo effect around this little girl that you see here to show the loneliness of the world after the disease has hit. Yeah, you know, cities breaking down, losing that hope, and there's just destruction left. I don't know why I went with this concentration, but I did. I just love zombies and other like apocalyptic world where, you know, war can destroy us, or there's so many things that can happen, and, you know, sometimes it's out of our hands. And that's scary, but it's real, and I wanted to capture that. So I did. And I think I did pretty well with the smoke effect of the burning buildings and stuff, but I think I could have done better on some other parts. Again, with the concentration, it's airborne, so everyone, was wearing gas masks to help prevent them from getting the disease, and again, it's showing the differences in age of who gets it, and it's done in graphite. I like how I blended the little girl's dress and the bear, and I also loved how I did her hair detail. Again, with the little specks, is to show the disease in the air. They can't see it, hypothetically speaking, we can't see the disease, but to visually show it, it is there. I drew those specks. You can also see it in the reflection of the gas mask, and everybody has to carry on with their normal lives, but in the end, we're all gonna die. Kind of sad. Again, with the concentration, I first wanted to do a zombie apocalyptic world, but then I scrapped that idea, so that's why these characters kind of look like zombies, but yeah. The background with that yellow and orange, it was done in acrylic to show city lights. The fence is done in charcoal, and so is the street. Everything else is done in graphite, even the moon. I think I could have done a little bit of darker shading. I think it would have been way better, but I always intend to draw light, which I'm trying to not do. And yeah, I don't really like this piece all too much, but hey, it's there. There's some aspects of it that I like and some that I don't. What can I say? But that's the last piece that I have to show, so thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy. If you want to see more, let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you for another video, hopefully soon. So, thank you.